And I'm very grateful to both of you and all the devotees in Russia and all the younger devotees all over the world, that you have so much faith in Srila Prabhupada. And I learned from you how to have more faith. And especially with this Murti. I mean, it was a couple of weeks ago, Madan Mohan asked me to send him the list of all the Prabhupada disciples, because every year for Prabhupada's disappearance I make appreciation bags, because, we don't get appreciated so much, and so I think so now for 10 years, so he found out about that. But I never dreamed that the Murti would, because I didn't know about it so much before. I had heard about it, but I didn't. So then when there were 4 of us, Madan Mohan had myself, my god sister Deva Tahiti, somebody else, Nirguna, and Radhakund. So it was the 4 of us, and we were there at the Prabhupada disappearance, and he had us all open it up at the same time, and one of my god sisters just broke out in tears. And I was just like stunned. I was so stunned, because this Murti looks very much like Prabhupada. You must be knowing that many Murtis of Prabhupada around the world, some capture his essence, and maybe to the devotees who worship him, they have their own individual relationship with him. But as soon as I saw this Murti of Prabhupada, I was like, whoa, they really captured Prabhupada. And I felt it was because of all the love and devotion that all of you put into this project, and that reflected through this Murti. At least that was my personal realization right off. And then seeing how so meticulous you all were to make sure that everyone's name was on the box, and then the whole backdrop of the Murti, and then the little piece of the tree, oh my Krishna, came from the tree that Prabhupada appeared under. It's a neem tree. Neem?
It's a banyan tree.
Banyan.
No. It's jackfruit.
Jackfruit. Yes, jackfruit. See, you know more than I do. Jackfruit. And there was the little piece of the tree, and that's when my eyes just went overflowing. And just the whole idea of that you wanted to honor all of us, but then I felt so immediately I wanted to do something for you, and I was trying to think of what I could do, and then I thought, oh, when they come over I can give them some juice, or I can give them something, some Mahaprasadam. So I saved this for you, the Gopastami Prasadam for Krishna Balaram today. But I hope that I can do more. I hope that I can be of some service, because it's truly astonishing what you did, and how you conceived of I guess I can watch the thing, right? You click on the QR code on the back, and then it tells the whole story. Because when Guru Prasad Swami, I think he was telling the story on Prabhupada's disappearance day, I believe he was telling this story as the GBC executive chairman, right? Mm. And but I didn't get to hear it so much because I was going around trying to distribute the appreciation bags. So I thought, well, I can go backwards and hear him, or I can just click on that code. Madan Mohan, he said I'll get the whole history. So I would love to read that and understand that, how you came up with the idea. And 43 countries? 40 how many countries?
You mean the coins?
Yeah, the coins. Sankirtan coins.
25, I think.
25. And Prabhupada was in all those countries. And then you took all the coins. How did you do that? You took it to some factory or?
Yes, some factory, they melted.
But where? Where was the factory?
In Moscow.
In Moscow. Did you have to tell the factory owner what you were doing? No. He might have had second thoughts on that. And then how did you, then you took this big mass of And then somebody had to know how to do the molding. Some devotee, some...
Yeah, I'm not sure about technical part.
Uh-huh.
This other devotees work. I didn't there. I wasn't there.
But whoever did that did just a superb. It's not so much like the actual physical creation, it's a mood. Like when you go to look, like down in Lower Bazaar, devotees, they go and look for a murti, right? So lots of devotees, like I know one Mataji, she had her Krishna for like a year or two, but she was looking for that special Radharani. It couldn't be just any Radharani. And there was shops with all kinds of, but she was like, so when you see this Prabhupada, he just imbibes a mood that is so compassionate. And that's how we felt about Prabhupada. So compassionate. Look at how he opens up, and then there he is. Now the pillow, Madan Mohan said, you use the pillow for when you're traveling. But I think it's very nice how he has the pillow just as he's sitting. I guess some devotees, they'll probably get a nice orange cushion, but it just fits so perfectly there. He's kind of coming out. Should I take him out, the pillow out?
Do you want?
Let me just see if he sits better. Oh yeah, then the tree shows. Oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, see, I haven't even... Thank you for making me take him out. I've been... Even just today, 10 people came for their bags. I'm still distributing the bags. There, Prabhupada. Look, right there. And this is my mood of worshiping Prabhupada, is in his Radha Damodar rooms looking out to Srila Rupa Goswami. And it was an open secret, Prabhupada said, open secret, that Rupa Goswami was appearing to him in this window and giving him personal instruction. And when that first came out, people, devotees were doubting a little bit. But Prabhupada said, so, open secret, he said, open secret. Rupa Goswami was coming to him personally to give him guidance. And I don't know the specifics and the technicalities of that exchange. That's, that was for Prabhupada to know. But just that he said that. So there's actually a Brahmananda and Gargamuni. They had some artists make a beautiful picture. Yeah, right there, above my bed.
Oh.
Yeah, here, I'll take... Oh, can I walk over there?
Okay.
Okay. Are you coming with me? Okay. Oh, Krishna. So we could put this in the... Oh, yeah. Beautiful picture. This was Brahmananda's idea. He wanted to have this commemorated, this pastime commemorated by a picture, because he didn't feel like devotees would get it if it wasn't in picture form. So this devotee, this artist, oh, I'm sorry, am I doing it right? Okay. This artist captured this pastime very beautifully. I don't need to be in there. So there's Rupa Goswami appearing to Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said he derived great encouragement from Srila Rupa Goswami. And now what's very... Should I put it down now?
You can...
Now at the Radha Damodar, we've had many different things with them about the worship of Prabhupada in his rooms. There's been a lot of politics with that. But now when they have different festivals there, and sometimes they put, there's a room with the 6 Goswamis, and so they put Prabhupada there as the 7th Goswami. which is very wonderful, and which is actually correct.
Where is it?
The Radha Damodar Temple. Radha Damodar.
Which one?
There's only one.
Down.
Yeah, Loy Bazaar.
Ah.
I don't know. There's several ways to get there, but if you go to the Parikrama path,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, and you take that right, the first one by Sringarvat, where Lord Nityananda visited there, and then the next one is Radha Damodar. So then you go in. Prabhupada's rooms are on the right, and then Radha Damodar and the big, huge Giriraj. Remember, he was telling Sanatan Goswami, "You're too old. You can't go around Govardhan anymore." No, this is my ret. And then Krishna got a big Govardhan Shila, and his lotus foot's there, stick print, flute print, and a cow hoof print. And so he said, "You just go around this Shila 4 times, and there you've done your Govardhan Parikrama." So right on the left-hand side, there's a room with the 6 Goswamis, and many times they put Prabhupada there. So that's very wonderful. Prabhupada's influence in Vrindavan has raised, Prabhupada, you've raised the standard of worship in Vrindavan in 5,000 temples. Because when we first came here, the deity worship, even in the main temples like Govindaji, Damodar, Gokulananda, you'd find one light bulb hanging down. The deities wouldn't get dressed for a long time. Holes in the chuas, that's mice in Hindi is chuas, dark. And then now when they saw ISKCON standard, when Prabhupada established the ISKCON standard in 75, when he opened, now you see all the temples are flourishing, the deity dresses are matching, they're renovating. That's all Prabhupada. So one pure devotee, Prabhupada, he uplifted and raised the standard of deity worship in Vrindavan. It's very amazing. And of course, look at all the thousands and thousands of people coming. Vrindavan was just a little town. You know the story that they were telling Prabhupada, "You're crazy to try to build a temple way out in Raman Reji. That's where all the thieves are and the dacoits." The same in Mayapur and the same in Bombay. No, Prabhupada, that's the worst part of, Vrindavan or now those 3 areas, because of Prabhupada establishing the ISKCON in those 3, they're the richest areas, they're the most affluent. People, come by the busloads to visit those 3 temples. So what Prabhupada's done for us. And I love the way that you captured the folds on Prabhupada's sannyas robe. It's so beautiful. And this here, we were just watching this clip. Oh, by the way, tomorrow Gargamuni comes for his katha. We're doing a book, the 200 letters that Prabhupada wrote to Brahmananda. So we're on the December of 1967. So he's coming tomorrow, and he shows clips of Prabhupada back in 1967 and 68. And you can see Prabhupada sitting right on the ground, and all the people, the hippies, we were all hippies then, hippies into happies. We were all dancing around him, and Prabhupada and Brahmananda used to say how, Brahmananda left us on Bakreshwara Pandit's disappearance day, 2015. Bakreshwara Pandit was one of Lord Chaitanya's very, very exceptional dancers. So it's very significant that Brahmananda left on that day, because he was Prabhupada's first dancer. And he said he would dance for 3 hours, because Prabhupada would chant for 3 hours, just 3 hours, pretty much the same tune. And he was an old man, so Brahmananda thought, if Prabhupada's going to chant for 3 hours, then I have to dance for 3 hours. So he became Prabhupada's first dancer, and then he left this world. And he left in his preaching chair. He would have really have loved this Prabhupada Murti. And there's the window. That's the same. That's my aspiring mood. One time I used to go here and clean these rooms quite regularly, and they were putting construction stuff outside the screen, and so I had to go over there and tell them, move that stuff over, Prabhupada can't see Rupa Goswami. And they were all like, ugh, but I would make them move it. And then you clean the screen, and then Prabhupada can see Rupa Goswami very nicely. Yeah, so beautiful. And how we all looked. Prabhupada, it's really nice how you put him, like with Vrindavan on this side, and then you have like the hippies of the West on this side. So how, and then now, how would we have ever come to Vrindavan if it hadn't been for Prabhupada? If it hadn't been for Prabhupada, how would we have come from here to here? So that's another, the way that you've designed this, it's a very beautiful meditation for me. Oh, yes, go closer there, not with me. Yeah. Beautiful. So I was just explaining how this is where we were in the West, how Prabhupada so mercifully sitting right on the ground as we're all chanting around and around, because we were really into like circle dancing then. And then Prabhupada's bringing us all to Vrindavan. A lot of us were revolutionaries then. We were protesting the government because of Vietnam. We were what you call a sit-in, where like at University of Maryland, 50,000 students were refusing to go to class, and we were sitting there and we were protesting the government that on the American money it says in God we trust, but we never hear about God from the government. They're sending our friends to Vietnam, so getting killed or maimed. And Prabhupada told us right off, if you want to be a real revolutionary, a genuine revolutionary, then you have to worship Krishna, because he is the supreme absolute truth. So we all wanted the truth. We were tired of being lied to and, maybe some, everybody speculating. So Prabhupada, when we came to Prabhupada, he said, yes, protest against Maya. Don't get caught up in the illusion, my country, my culture, my. No, it all belongs to Krishna anyway. Even your body belongs to Krishna. And we were like, wow, never heard anything like that before, no one. And then, of course, Prabhupada, his countenance, he was grave, but he was jolly at the same time. Like, 9-2. The end of Bhagavad, joyfully performed. But it doesn't mean ha ha he he, that kind of mundane kind of joyful. It means a joyfulness where Prabhupada explains in that purport, the joyfulness we get from the shelter of Prabhupada's words, the shelter of chanting Hare Krishna, and being, in this mission. We all joined a mission. And most of us, like Shruti Kirti and Panchagoda, we were just talking about that the other day. We're on a mission. And we still are. We feel like 50 years, we're still on a mission, even though we have canes and our bodies are falling apart. But Prabhupada, that's what he told us to do. Is there anything else I'm supposed to say? I could talk on and on about Prabhupada, so you may want to. You take that cane and you take the person. Okay, that's enough. It's like that.
It's such nectar.
Oh, you're very kind to give us old devotees a little bit of attention. Sometimes, like Prabhupada, he said that, it was in a class in Los Angeles, and Prabhupada was coughing. He was coughing and having some difficulty, and Brahmananda told us that Prabhupada, he did have several medical issues. He had a diabetes. Of course, he had 2 heart attacks, 3, one more, and then the stroke. Generally, after that, you're finished. I mean, no one's going to go preaching around the world 14 times in 11 years after 2 heart attacks and 1 stroke. But he said, Brahmananda Prabhu said that Prabhupada rarely complained because he saw everything as Krishna is the cause of all causes. And he saw that if Krishna is giving me this situation, I somehow or another must use it in my Guru Maharaj's mission. So all of us who are trying to hang on to Prabhupada's dhoti, we're trying to hang on, Prabhupada, so that we can somehow or another serve him up until our last breath, Prabhupada. Take a shot. And look at these devotees. So many wonderful devotees.